This is Colombia, one of the world's most biodiverse countries, and is home to some of the most extreme landscapes, because here you can find incredibly hot deserts, huge stretches of towering mountains, a part of the Amazon rainforest, and a lot more. And in this episode, we'll be exploring all of that while I help a conservation group track down animals. However, not everything is as it seems. So join me while I explore the landmarks, culture, and wildlife of Colombia. Now, before we get into the video, I want to remind you all that this channel now has membership content. So if you join as a member, then you can see me explore the depths of the Great Lakes while I look for shipwrecks. You can see me survive a summer in Aruba. And coming up, I will be exploring the landscapes of Reunion, while I search for different ingredients across the island that I'll use to cook classic Reunion dishes. I also have a behind the scenes video coming up where you'll get to see some of the map making process, and you'll also get to see what some of my other team members get up to and how it all comes together in the end. But I won't keep you any longer. We have a video to get to. So without further ado, let's get started with day 1. I'll be starting here on Colombia's Caribbean coast. I'm meant to meet up with my contact in a small mountain village nearby called Minca. Okay. Good morning, Colombia. I see we have spawned on a beach here. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Interesting. I will keep my distance from you. I first wanted to find a source of food. Hey, I just need to eat. Okay, you're already hitting me. I didn't do anything. Just, yeah. Nope, just let me, look. This will benefit both of us. I don't know how yet, but it'll benefit both of us. So let me eat you. You're relentless. You're relentless. Alright. Okay. That was way more complicated than it needed to be. From here, I collected wood and crafted a wooden pickaxe. I then mined some stone and used that stone to craft a stone pickaxe. Anyways, before doing anything else, I want to explore the area that I was in. So I carefully walked around these caiman and headed through the forestry. Ooh, there's a fun little building over here. Oh, that's a caiman. That scared me. Alright. Well, look at that. And look at that. Some boats. Very nicely put together for me. That... I don't know what just happened there. Alright. Okay. Oh! There's a caiman in my boat. Well, that's not ideal. That's not ideal. It's okay. He seems to be nice. Alright, let's check out this building. He's hissing at me. On the way to the building, I stopped by this boat. Oh, we have like a proper boat right here. And it has a helm. Depending on what base I want, I might end up wanting a helm. Because I could do a boat base, I think. Don't you hiss at me. Did you just turn the canoe? No. I drive the boat, okay? Not you. Ooh, we got some signs. This is good. Minca Pueblo de Montaña and Terona Punto de Vista. Alright. We'll check this out first, but that right there, Minca, that is the town I'm meant to go to. And it looks like there's a mountain path, so that's good. Alright then. As I approached the building, I soon discovered just where I was. This is Terona National Park, also known as Colombia's tropical paradise, and a meeting point between ecosystems, as this is where the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta mountain range meets the country's northern Caribbean coast, creating stunning scenery and a unique display of wildlife. such as countless fish, frogs, capybara, and even on rare occasions, jaguars. Now, this park was established in 1964 in order to protect these ecosystems and its cultural heritage. See, this park is named after the Tairona people who lived here about 2,000 years ago. And while the Colombian government does own the park, it's still under the watch of the Kogi people, who are direct descendants of the Tairona. Regardless, this park, along with its history and wildlife, are a great starting point for the many incredible places that this country has to offer. This is really such a cool place. Like, look at those mountains way off in the distance. It's crazy. A lot of people don't realize, like, Colombia has some of the most fascinating terrain of any country. Oh, hello. Do you talk? Hola, mi amigo. Welcome to Parque Nacional Natural Tairona. Please treat yourself to some tea. Don't mind if I do. I just shattered the tea. I just shattered the tea. Okay. Alright. There's a little something here. What's this? Kibble. Can I eat it? I cannot eat kibble. Okay. Oh well. Look at that. That's such a cool view. It really is. That is genuinely one of my favorite views that I've seen in this series. As I headed back down, I realized that I needed to eat. So I crafted a furnace and cooked my bird meat as the sun set over the park. Tonight, since I didn't have a bed, I decided to do some mining. Alright, Chomp. Is that what I'm calling you? Chomp? I kind of like Chomp. Yeah, that's good. Alright. I'm gonna do some mining. I'll be back in the morning. Alright, Chomp. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay. So, we obviously have to get to Minka, which is that way. There's a little building over there. The big question is, how do I bring you with me? Because Chomp, I would be honored to take you on my journey. Wouldn't you? Don't you want to come on this journey? Yeah, you do. Okay, I'm gonna see what this building is, and then I'll figure that out. I headed to this structure, and soon realized that it was a toll booth. Hello, sir. Oh, that's... okay. That keeps jump-scaring me for some reason. Hello. I see that you've set up like a sort of barrier here. I mean, I could hop over it, but I'd like to see what you have to say. Hola. ¿Vas a viajar a Minka? Hello. Ah, a tourist. Well then, welcome to Colombia. Thank you. Now, if you're trying to head up to Minka, there is a fee. After all, we have to keep this park in top condition. Alright, how much? 25,000 of the, Colombian currency. Yeah, dude, I came from the wilderness. I do not have any money, okay? Turista extraño. Well, I suppose I could use your help with something. Alright, what is that? I am too embarrassed to admit it, but today is my anniversary. I do not yet have a gift, but I do know that the reefs along the shore are home to clams. Oh, okay. I think I'm following. I see, I see. If you can collect 3 pearls for me, I will let you through. Deal? And don't worry, most of these clams will be fished anyways. Okay. Yeah, alright, deal. As I walked back to the shore, I was interrupted by a spider, and then chased by another one. No, 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 no. Chomp, please help me, please. There you are. Hi, Chomp. Please don't tell me it's still following. I am scared. I am scared. Okay. Anyways, Chomp and I headed out to find a reef. Soon enough, we found what looked like a reef. And yeah, there were some clams here. These clams did, in fact, drop pearls. So I went around and collected some. Only that's when I swam right over this anemone. Oh. Oh, I hit something. I think an anemone got me. After finding the last pearl that I needed, I headed back to Chomp and realized that I really needed to heal. So I rowed us over to this small rocky island. This is where I crafted some water bottles and did some fishing. Finally, as the sun set, I made myself a small cave. Alright, good morning again, Colombia. I did some research while I was stuck in my little cave for the night. And apparently this kibble can be used to tame a lot of different animals. One of them being a caiman. So, let's see if this works. Well, that didn't... Okay, that's not gonna... Oh, okay, alright, we're gonna get you out of here first. I just don't want to hit you. I feel like I'm gonna hit you. I'm really worried about that. This is very nerve-wracking for me. I hope you know this. What do I even do here? Nice, nice, okay. Hello? Oh, yes! What, you have a little collar. That is actually the cutest thing ever. That is genuinely the cutest thing ever. You have a little collar. Okay. Oh my gosh. Chomp, no, I'm gonna make sure nothing happens to you. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that you're like the safest person, or I guess, caiman ever. Okay, first things first, I do need some more wood. But we can worry about that later, I guess. Just leave the furnace here. Okay, buddy. Can you follow me? Yeah, oh. Oh, wait. You have different settings. Oh. I see. Alright, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Are you gonna follow me? Yeah? Okay. This is the best. This is actually... This makes me so happy. With my new scaly companion, we headed back to the shore and approached the toll booth. Alright, my friend. I have your pearls. Alright, thank you, thank you. Okay, Chomp. Let's go to Minka, shall we? Yeah, look at that. Oh. Look at that smile. Uh-huh. From here, we headed up the mountain path that led to Minka. Along the way, I tried killing a tapir. But yeah, it didn't drop anything. Anyways, that's when I saw this overgrown tent. Okay. I will take some charcoal, sure. Interesting. Do you have any food? That would be no. You do have a journal. Okay. And a sleeping bag. Very, very helpful. Nice. What is this? Shelves? I mean, honestly, that's kind of helpful too. I'll take those. I'll also take your wool. I mean, if you have a sleeping bag, I don't really need the wool, but I'll take it anyways. Okay, let's read the journal. Let's see who you were. Many valuable animals in these forests, but I wonder, which will I find first? Interesting, so some kind of like hunter or poacher or something. That is very interesting. Okay. Alright, Chomp. Let's continue. As I climbed further along the mountain path that evening, I soon entered the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta mountain range. The next morning, I continued along the mountain path towards Minka. I just thought of the funniest joke of all time. If Chomp were to play an instrument, what would it be? A chomp bone. Anyways. I soon arrived at a rather strange lookout area. Okay, so there... Interesting, there are a couple of things to assess here. First off, Minka. Oh, that's Minka right there. Okay, that's huge. Yeah, these are like little, what do you call them? You know, like you look through it and you can... Binoculars. Binoculars. Why couldn't I think of that? That face. Okay. Anyways. And then you have Santa Marta. Okay, very interesting. Alright. And then there's this. Is this my point of interest for this episode? It is. Okay. It is my point of interest. Alright. Let's read up on Minka. Tucked away in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, Minka is a small village that was once home to the Tairona people, whose terraced agriculture and stone pathways can still be found in the surrounding mountains. By the early 19th century, Minka had become one of Colombia's first coffee-producing estates. Today, it's a haven for hikers and bird watchers. I carefully made my way down this steep cliff, which led me to a river. I couldn't even swim properly due to my hunger, so I just waded along it. Until I realized that there was a waterfall ahead. Yeah, I rode down the falls, which thankfully landed me at the entrance to Minka. Oh. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Hello, Minka. Oh, bit of a lively town, I see. Okay, nice, nice. Alright, I need some food. Can you help me with that, please? Can I talk to you? I cannot talk to you. Is this food? Oh, no, please, please. I'll pay you, I promise. Please. Let's see. Oh, we have an arepa. Okay. Who just ate near me? Anyways, I will pay you back with... Oh, this stool. Look at that. Nice. Thank you. And we have another little thing over here, so I'm just gonna... Okay. Empanada. I do have to pay for that as well, so you get an anemone. What? That's crazy. You love anemones. After eating some food, I went to try and find the conservation center. That looks fairly conservation-y, yeah.
Hola, mi amigo.
Oh.
My name is Andres. Welcome to the Kogi Center for Wildlife Research. I hope you like our modest mountain town.
Yeah.
We have an excellent view of Santa Marta. Oh, this is my brother, Tito. He doesn't talk much. I don't know, he's mysterious.
Okay.
Anyways, we need your help. And we are on a tight schedule. But don't worry about that.
Sure, okay.
All you must worry about are the endangered animals that we need you to find and tag for us. Now, the truth is, We tried to go out and tag some animals ourselves, but it was very difficult. So if you can help us, then maybe we can meet our deadline. But again, don't worry about that, or anything. To help us keep track of the animals, I am going to give you this tracking map. As you can see, one animal has already been tagged by us. Each animal that you tag will show up on the map, making it much easier for us to find them when the time comes.
Gold.
Oh yes, if you find any golden objects, or anything with inscriptions on it, just bring it to us, see?
Okay.
Now, let me give you your first assignment, which will take place right here in the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta Mountains. You'll be finding the starry night harlequin toad, a critically endangered toad that was thought to be extinct until recently. It looks like they have the night sky on their back, and you can find them along streams up in the high altitudes of the mountains behind us. Now go, my friend. Go and find the toad and come back once you've tagged it. Oh yes, and remember, if you find anything golden, bring it back to us.
All right. Tito, you look like you just... You look like you want me dead. Boots agrees. Okay, I'll take the, this map. Okay. Yeah, we have the tags in here. Okay, I'll give you guys some fun little materials. Yay, you love that. Okay, a couple of things to unpack there. Don't know why they're after golden things. Should that concern me? I don't know. That's so creepy. That is so creepy. Okay, Tito. Yeah. Anyways. You haven't taken you're an enemy. It's fine. That's okay. That's fine. Alright, I really don't know where I'm gonna stay tonight. We'll sleep here on the street. As the sun rose on day 5, I knew that it was now time for me to find and tag the Starry Night Toad. But before venturing into the mountains, I wanted to get some more food for my trip. Hello, I would like some food for my journey. Can I talk to you? Oh, I can. Okay. Hola. Le gustaría una mesa. What is the best path to the mountains? Completely ignoring your question. Ah, tourist, welcome. The good news is that you're already in the mountains, but if you want to go higher, follow the path at the end of the road. Okay, path at the end of the road. Thank you for the food. In return, I will give you 2 elephant ears. What? I know. I followed the restaurant owner's instructions and headed to the end of the road. Sure enough, there was a path here. So Chomp and I followed along it, and headed further up into the mountains. Only that afternoon, I tried to train Chomp. Alright, get him, Chomp. Get him. Get that spider. Oh, no, no, he did not get the spider. He did not get the spider. No, 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 no. Yeah, I was unsuccessful. Anyways, we followed this mountain path for the rest of the day. The next morning, I found myself at a natural pool. Okay. Oh, that's a spider. Alright, so he said that I would find this guy around streams and rivers. So we're just gonna search all of the water that we come across. Only as I looked around this pool, another spider bit me. No, no, so bad. Okay. I keep getting bit by spiders. That's gonna drive me crazy. Now, Colombia has almost 600 species of spiders, but most of them won't actually hurt you. However, their most dangerous spider is called the banana spider, or the Brazilian wandering spider. These guys can reach over 7 inches long, or around 18 centimeters, and their venom can be fatal to a human within 2 hours of being bit. But luckily, that wasn't the spider that bit me, as I was soon able to continue my journey higher up into the mountains. Oh, is this the end of the path? Precaución Jaguares. Again, I don't speak or read Spanish, but I can guess what that is saying, and I'm not happy about that. From here, I left the path and headed into the wilderness. And yeah, this meant that I now had to navigate the very annoying plant life. It is so hard to travel here. These leaves, I keep getting stuck in them. After finding this river, I followed along it, and even swam up it. But yeah, I had no luck in finding the toad today. On the morning of day 7, I began my summit of a nearby mountain. After all, I figured that climbing a mountain would help me see any other streams and water pools in the area. So Chomp and I climbed up it as a storm began. Oh, I totally even didn't think about this, that it's gonna be cold. Yeah, it's cold, it's cold. Okay. Please tell me that I have, like, some wool. Okay, I have 9 wool. I can probably craft, yeah, I can. No, I'm wearing those. Okay. No. Come on. Please. I crafted the wool clothes just in time. And from here, I continued up. As I reached the rocky peak, I saw a water pool on the other side. So I climbed back down. And sure enough, there were some frogs and toads here by this pool. Just not the Starry Night Toad. Yeah, I thought that this guy was the Starry Night Toad, but the tag wouldn't attach to him. Anyways, the next morning, I found another water pool. Oh, look at that. I'm not sure if that's it, though. Oh my gosh, the leaves are the worst. That looks pretty Starry Nighty, right? I mean, I've seen the painting. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna get close to it because I know it is poisonous. As I chased the toads around, attempting to tag one, a voice suddenly interrupted me.
¿Quién es el intruso?
Huh?
Oh! An English speaker, an intruder nonetheless. Leave! I know what it is that you're doing, and I won't let you go any further. Your time is running out. Llamo a mis pájaros.
Oh!
Llamo a mis peces.
Okay.
Llamo a mis serpientes. Llamo a mis gatos.
I quickly ran away, but was able to tag a toad on the way out. Alright, clearly we have to debrief on that. Who was she and why was she mad at me? I did nothing wrong. I'm so sorry, that face. Anyways, okay, so she said that I was an intruder. She said she knows what I'm doing, but I'm just tagging animals. That's not bad. Well, first off, let's make sure that this actually popped up on the... Maybe we can't place it on leaves. Let's make sure that it popped up on the map. Yes, it did. Okay, so we got that guy up there. And then we have the one that they've already tagged down there. But yeah, that's why I'm confused. I did nothing wrong. I hope that she does not, you know, chase after me. Well, I think that we've just met our first piece of folklore for the episode. As I make my way back to Minka, let's discuss the incredibly rare toad that I just found. The Starry Night Harlequin toad is named for its appearance, with its spotted pattern being reminiscent of the dark skies that are visible at night over the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta Mountains. Speaking of which, these toads can only be found here within this mountain range, meaning that researching them is difficult. Decades ago, the indigenous Arhuaco people of the area gave scientists access to come and study these toads. However, as time passed, the toads were not seen again, and they were feared to be extinct. But after an astonishing 30 years, they were rediscovered in 2019. Now, the Starry Night toad is critically endangered due to habitat loss and, unfortunately, a devastating fungus that targets amphibians called chytrid. This is certainly a similar situation to the devil facial tumor disease that we covered back in Tasmania. Only once again, this one is a fungus, which makes it really difficult to cure. According to National Geographic, if nothing is done soon, the Starry Night Harlequin toad will be the first genus of vertebrates to go extinct. However, it's believed that some smaller populations of the toad have survived this fungus and are now beginning to grow in population. So only time will tell if these toads will be saved. I made it back to Minka on the morning of day 11.
Aha! The tag popped up on the map not long ago. Nice going, mi amigo. I knew you were the right person for the job. Now Tito and I have a task to do. So I'll tell you what. Go explore the town for a bit and come back here at sundown. I'll see you then.
I headed out to spend the day in the town. Yeah, let's see what Minka has to offer. Let's also check in on our friend from earlier. Hello? Oh, how was your trip? There was a strange green woman. Yeah, that there was, yeah. Oh, must be Madramante. Okay. Who? Oh, you're not gonna answer me? Alright. As I headed back to the conservation center that evening, I saw a familiar face. What are you? Okay. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you later. Anyways, I went to go and meet back up with Andres. Hello?
Hola. Come on in.
Oh.
Let's have a seat here on the deck. Listen to that. This place. It's like nowhere else on the planet. So much life. So many sounds. and yet one can still feel so alone. You're interesting, you know. I heard about that zoo that you helped down in Brazil. Now they are the star attraction of Rio Grande do Norte. I looked into you a bit. I see that you like to find folklore, explore new places, help animals.
That's true.
But let me ask you this. Has there ever been anything that you've been obsessed with? True obsession. The kind that keeps you turning in your sleep. The impossible finish line that you try to cross at the end of every week. There are stories here in my country. Stories of a city made of gold.
El Dorado.
Temples that are illuminated by the moonlight. I refuse to believe that these are just exaggerated myths. I have seen the eyes of Madre Monte. She knows something. But everyone says I am obsessed. Because I am. I cannot stop. I've come this far. I've sacrificed too much. Mi amor, she told me. You are going to miss your son's graduation, Andres. No more searching for something that doesn't exist. But I didn't listen. She told me, Andres, you're distant. I don't know you anymore. You're not the man I married. But I didn't listen. You see, this city has to be real. Because if it's not, what have I done? So when the sun rises over those mountains tomorrow, I'll continue my search for this legend. For I have no choice.
All right, mi amigo. This time you'll be heading down into the marshes of the Ciénaga Grande to search for the Magdalena River turtle. It's another critically endangered animal that has a yellow stomach and brown shell. Follow the path and head past the Ciudad Perdida to enter the marsh. See you soon!
Alright, so we're looking for a turtle with a yellow stomach and brown shell. Before I set off, I had something that I wanted to take care of. There we go. I'm just gonna do that. Okay. You know, Chomp, I wish that I could just, like, sick you on them, but that's not how that works, I guess. Okay. It was now time for me to head to the Ciénaga Grande to find the Magdalena River turtle. So I set off along the path. Yeah, you know, he did make a lot of interesting points about the whole idea of being obsessed with something and the risk that comes with that, especially when it becomes an expense to others, right? But at the same time, it's tricky because he feels like he can't give up this search for what I can only assume is El Dorado because he's already sacrificed so much. Would he be welcome back? I don't know. I do not know. I feel for him, like I do. That is something that a lot of people have trouble with. You know, knowing when to stop. And knowing what priorities to have. And at the end of the day, I guess priorities can be circumstantial, but still, it's just... You know, like his family should always be his priority in that case, and... He chose otherwise. Also, another thing to debrief on is this stuff about Madre Monte. I heard that name twice. The restaurant owner said it to me when I talked about the Green Lady, and then he said it to me when he said that he's seen the eyes of Madre Monte and he knows that she's hiding something. I'm a little bit confused there. I'm trying to piece that together because that must be who... There you are. That must be who I encountered, right? As Chomp and I reached the natural pool again, it began to rain. This time, we took the path that headed down the mountain towards the marsh. After following it for the rest of the day, I found another point of interest that night. Ciudad Perdida, okay. Built around 800 AD, Ciudad Perdida predates Machu Picchu by about 650 years. It was the heart of the Tairona civilization, a city of terraced plazas and stone pathways carved into the Sierra Nevada mountains. After being abandoned during the Spanish conquest, it was taken over by jungle for centuries, until treasure hunters stumbled upon its steps in 1972. Today it remains accessible only by a multi-day trek through the rainforest. That's pretty cool. I like places that aren't easy to get to, you know, because then you've earned the ability to see that location. Now I am hungry, and I am going to make some food. Alright, buddy. You just stay there for now. The next morning, I could properly see the lost city before me. Yeah, look at that. The lost city, huh? And yet, Andres is still after El Dorado. He must really... I feel like he has to have a lead for that. If he's going to pursue it in the way that he is, he has to have some sort of intel, you know? I don't know. That's my guess. I soon found a river and decided to follow it. This led me to a large marshy wetland. Lots of caiman out here. That's not a caiman. That's a crocodile. That is a crocodile. After getting Chomp in the boat, we began our search for the Magdalena River turtle. Only that afternoon, I spotted something odd in the distance. There were lots of buildings. Nueva Venecia. Alright. Nueva Venecia is a village built entirely on stilts above the waters of the Ciénaga Grande de Santa Marta, Colombia's largest lagoon. Its residents get around by canoe. Its streets are made of water, and the whole community has existed this way since the mid-19th century. Soon enough, the sun set on Nueva Venecia. On the morning of day 14, I decided that this would be the best time to start on my base. And since I feel like there will be a lot of river travel in this episode, I knew a boat base would work best. So I got to work on disassembling this house before beginning the raft structure. See, I wanted to make a raft based on the Muisca raft, an incredible golden piece made by the Muisca people, a native group here in Colombia that is responsible for the legend of El Dorado. Anyways, the next day was used up entirely by collecting wood from these houses. And I do feel bad about the fact that I'm taking these houses apart, but, well, most of them seem empty anyways. Plus, I have a job to do. I finally started on the first floor of my base the next day, because while the raft itself will be in the Muisca style, I want to add colorful houses on top of the raft. Anyways, after doing some roofing that evening, I realized that I had one more thing to craft the next morning, and that would be floaters. After all, I need these in order to make the base, well, float. But there is an issue. Floaters require string to craft, and I don't have that. I did remember seeing some abandoned houses within the neighborhood, so I rode back out and found one, hoping that it might have cobwebs inside. Oh! 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 Okay! Ooh, it's after me. It's after me. And these things are fast in the water. These things are fast in the water. I'm not. Okay. Alright. I missed that. Where is it? As I made my way back towards the abandoned house, I carefully jumped across each gap. Then, as I finally entered the house, I collected these cobwebs and quickly left. I crafted a set of floaters and added them to my base. It's uneven. It's not centered. No. After fixing that up, I now knew that it was time to test this raft out. There we go, all lit up. Nice. Now, I guess it's time for the moment of truth. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Chomp is jumping with joy. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. We'll get it faster eventually, but yeah. Not bad for a start. As we sailed along the houses, I saw a few people out and about. So I hopped in my boat and went to see if they knew where the river turtle was. Only one of them actually had something to say.
Ten cuidado. El hombre caimán anda suelto esta noche.
Hello?
Oh, English?
Yes.
My friend, I'm trying to warn you. There is a creature on the loose in these wetlands. His name is El Hombre Caimán. You know, from the song Se va el caimán, se va para Barranquilla?
No.
You haven't heard that one?
No, actually.
I see. Let me explain then. El Hombre Caimán was once said to be a fisherman who was harassing the local women here along the Magdalena River. Legend has it that the river decided to punish him, transforming him into a half-man, half-alligator. Now, every year around St. Sebastian's Day, he hunts for humans here in the marshes, killing anyone he comes across. So please be careful. My name's Daniel, by the way. I hope to see you again alive, traveler.
With that ominous warning, Chomp and I continued further into the wetlands, now leaving civilization behind. My focus was now back on finding this river turtle, and yeah, it really could be anywhere within these waters. That's because we were now heading further into the Ciénaga Grande, making our way towards Colombia's interior along the Magdalena River. I watched the waters as we sailed, but I didn't see any turtles today. The next morning, I saw some more crocodiles. But around midday, I saw something much more concerning. There were these buildings along the banks of the river, and as I explored them, I found something alarming. Oh, is that person okay? Alright, we'll check on them in a minute. Oh, my guess is that they're not okay. What do you think? Yep, that's my thought too. Ooh. Yeah. Something had clearly happened here, and I was not equipped to deal with it. Yeah, I wanted to get some armor. So after collecting some bamboo fencing for my base, I mined down into the marsh. And I quite literally found iron immediately. No way. No way. No. 5 steps down, and I immediately come across it. I think that's the luckiest I've ever been. There's a good bit, too. There's a good bit. Wow. As I headed back to my base, I realized that I needed to eat and heal up. Only the fish that I had did the opposite. Okay. I did not know that that would hurt me. Okay, this is actually really unfortunate. Right, some fish are not good to eat unless you cook them. I mean, yeah, that's kind of an obvious fact, but still. I need to be more careful of what it is I'm eating. I am on half a heart. I am on half a heart. I was now on half a heart thanks to my food poisoning. So I rather impatiently waited for the rest of my iron to smelt. And then I heard a new noise. Is that you, Chomp? I saw that. 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 Okay. Okay. I immediately climbed up to the top of my base. I knew that one hit is all it would take to kill me. So I crafted an iron chestplate and headed out to the helm. Only as I sailed away, I realized that I was leaving Chomp behind. I immediately headed back to free him from the boat. And then the two of us continued deeper into the marsh. By the next morning, El Hombre came and was gone, although I had a feeling that he was lurking nearby. Anyways, I really needed food, so after spotting some herons, I left my raft and went to hunt them. While cooking them, I went to see if Andres and Tito had gotten any more animals tagged. Nope, no new tags. Oh, I see. There's a banana on this. As a very stupid inside joke between me and my team. If you're curious, watch the Congo video. I think I mentioned this in Texas. Yeah, it all started in the Congo video. Yeah, they like to hide bananas now. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And you know what? Hey, I wish I could eat this banana right now, because I could use it. All right, so we're finally healing though. Fantastic. Chomp and I continued deeper into the marsh, as yet another day went by with no turtle sightings. Nothing happened on day 21. Until the afternoon, when I spotted an abandoned tent. Okay. Cobwebs are useful. This says journal. It's like with the other journal. I keep seeing faces in the trees, eyes in the bushes. Something follows me. Now the question is he talking about the Madremonte or El Hombre Cayman? I feel like both would apply there. I decided to sail through the night with Chomp. Only, as we continued through the marshes, I noticed that there was something swimming under my raft. Alright, Chomp, hold on. Do not engage. Please do not engage. Okay. I want to try and get a hit on him. I kept trying to hit him, but I had no luck. However, that's when my raft suddenly ran ashore. So I jumped on the riverbank to get away. Oh, he comes on land. Oh! I quickly towered up and bridged right over to my raft. I just realized he could totally get onto my boat from there. He is on my boat. I knew I had to lead him away, so I headed back across my bridge. Oh, you scared me so bad. You cannot be doing that, Chomp. You can't do that. Alright, Chomp, we have to run for it. We have to run for it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I pulled the raft away just before he could jump on. And from here, Chomp and I did not stop sailing. Regardless, the sun was already rising over the Ciénaga Grande. Luckily, it didn't take long to lose El Hombre came in this time. But unfortunately, we still didn't see the turtle today. We simply waited down the Magdalena River. On day 23, my luck would finally change. Because, as I sailed along this part of the marsh, I saw some turtles. Oh? Wait a minute. I see some turtles. No way. Okay, wait, yeah, it has the yellow stomach and... Yeah. This has to be it, this has to be it. Get back here. Hey, you. No. Shh. Right here. You are so fast. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes! Yes! Oh, look at the little tag. Yes. Oh, that makes me so happy. Nice. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, nice. Okay. Cool. Oh, so... we've been traveling for days. And we're only this far from Minka. And then there's all of this to go. Oh, Colombia is huge. Okay. Before heading back to Minka, I wanted to check out this campsite that I saw in the distance. Yeah, there's a tiny little camp over there. Okay. Yeah, it's sleep time for you. Okay. Ooh, there is a caiman here. Alright. Glad it's not El Hombre. Hi, buddy. Okay. Oh. Okay, we have a little bit to unpack here. Alright. It looks like they are overgrown. They just got, like... I don't know. They got planted. They're still breathing, which that must be not very fun. Okay. Aside from the overgrown individual, the site actually had some good loot. Ooh, that is helpful. Okay. Oh, that is super helpful. Nice. Here, I'll just go ahead and swap those out right now. I'm not complaining there. Termites? No, I don't think so. Got some food. Okay. Nothing in here. Oh! Why are you just stood there? Why are you just... No. That's not an invitation to come towards me. No. No. No, no.
Cálmate, Caimán. Be gone, you foolish creature.
Huh? Huh?
You, the one from the mountains.
Me?
I told you to leave.
Uh-huh.
I know who you're working with.
Right.
Perhaps you don't know. This is interesting.
Okay.
I am La Madre Monte, the protector of the forests within this land.
I see.
And you are working with a man who threatens them. You see, Andres Santito have no interest in conservation. It's a front for Andres' true interest. The lost city of gold.
Oh. Okay.
What a fool he is. My birds have been spying on him. The deadline he speaks of? Well, that is a deadline for when his buyer comes into town. And the tags you've been placing? Those are so that the buyer can find these rare animals easily and sell them.
Oh. That's...
I see that you're surprised.
Yeah. A bit.
Then go. Go prove yourself and save these animals. After all, it looks as though a new tag just appeared in your map.
What? Oh, wait. Did she say new tag? There is a new one. It's it's one of these two, isn't it? No, come back here. Is that top one? Is that top one? Okay. I quickly headed back to my boat and went to find the turtle. It took a while, but I eventually found it and untagged it. I knew that I'd have to take care of the Starry Night Toad later, because now I needed to focus on the new mystery animal that just popped up on the map. So I steered the raft south, heading to try and find its location. As I sail further into Colombia's interior, let's discuss the turtle that we just came across. The Magdalena River turtle is a turtle that's endemic to the waters of northern Colombia, here within the river that it's named after. These cute turtles have a soft shell and rather pronounced nostrils. But unfortunately, these guys are critically endangered. Within just 25 years, their population declined around 80%. And unlike the Starry Night harlequin toad, no fungus is to blame, as habitat loss, pollution, and overfishing have directly caused this decline. This is one of the most at-risk freshwater turtles on the planet. But what's being done about it? Well, for starters, leaders within the area are working to change the local perception of these animals through educational programs, teaching them that these turtles are to be saved rather than eaten. Local efforts have proven to be successful, even though the turtle's population is still in decline. So a lot of work remains to be done, but at least for now, there could still be a future for this reptile. I was now entering a very different environment as I left the marshes behind. I didn't have any leads on what this newly tagged animal was, but I knew I had to be nearing the right location. So I sailed through this lake that ended up being more like a maze. Regardless, that evening, I saw something huge in the distance. See, that is clearly something. All I know is that somewhere on this lake, there is an animal. Oh, come back here. There's an animal that has been tagged, and I need to untag it. And that seems like it's a landmark, I guess. I mean, it's pretty big. So, I guess we'll head there tomorrow. This terrain is so cool, though, because it almost looks Canadian. So many landscapes in this country. I sailed my way towards the giant silhouette, and eventually, I crafted a boat and rowed my way to its shores. After heading up a flight of stairs, I discovered where I was. This is El Peñón de Guatape, a 65-million-year-old rock that juts out of the land between the towns of El Peñol and Guatape. This type of formation is known as an Inselberg, which is an isolated mountain that sits alone, surrounded by flatter terrain. But geology aside, this rock rises up around 200 meters, or almost 700 feet. And it wasn't summited until 1954 by Luis Eduardo Villegas Lopez, Pedro Nel Ramirez, and Ramon Diaz. Villegas purchased the rock afterwards, and then built this famous staircase that leads to the top of it. Now you might have noticed something. There's a G and an I painted on the side of it. Well, this also has some history. Remember the nearby towns that I mentioned earlier? Well, they kept arguing over who gets to claim the rock, so the people of Guatape started painting the town's name on the side. As you can see, they only made it through the G and part of the U before the people of El Peñol stopped them. Yeah, this rock has some fascinating history, and it's not hard to see why it's fought over, as this is truly one of Colombia's most unique landmarks. Alright, I'd imagine that, this is where the animal has to be.
Si, senor. You said 2 months before you arrived?
Wait a minute, that's Andres.
Ah, si. Well, we have 4 tagged already. After we tagged the puma, we decided to get some extra help. The new guy has been excellent. Ah, si. Well, I do not care what you do with the animals, just as long as you hold up your end of the bargain and guide me to this lost city.
Uh-huh.
Si. Adiós. Buenas noticias, Tito. Vamos adelantados respecto al cronograma. Ah,
No.
Someone has been listening.
No, I was not, no.
No, not Madre Monde.
Oh, yeah, she told me everything.
Run, Tito. Vámonos.
Oh, we're doing a chase scene, okay. Okay, you guys are fast, you guys are really fast. What are you gonna do? I don't know why you guys are still running. Literally, come here. What? Oh, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, this is appropriate weather. We have a little bit to figure out and discuss here. As I tried to figure out who this buyer is, I ended up running into a friend.
Oh hey, it's you again. Seems like you survived El Hombre Caimán. Huh. Also, seems like you made a deal with the wrong people.
Yes.
Let me help you out here, friend. I see that you're carrying a map on you. Here,
Yep.
place it down so I can see.
Okay.
That dot, that's in Los Nevados. It's not too far from here.
The bottom one?
Just follow the river south. Oh, and once you're done handling your business there, come meet me at my place. It's a coffee farm that's just west of Los Nevados. Adios.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Daniel. That was just a random little occurrence there. I'm glad that we were able to meet up with him, though. After talking with Daniel, I realized that I was freezing. So I quickly dug down, but then I started to get hypothermia. Yeah, I placed these torches just in time, and I had no other option but to sit here and wait out the night. So Daniel told us that that one tagged animal is in Los Nevados. There's still one here though, and I want to check where the two of them were earlier, because I thought I saw a box. Anyways, Daniel also says that we can go and stay at his house, so that's very nice. Sure enough, the brothers had left a crate. Now I just had to see what was inside. Oh. Hello? Hi. Okay, I have to untag you now. Come back here. Nope, come back here. I'm so nice, I promise. I'm so nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're still going. Come here. Yes, nice. Why am I holding you? As I chase this monkey around, I realize that in order to figure out what type of animal it is, I'd have to tag it again and then untag it. Oh, come here. Just so fast. I promise, so fast. I just want to tag and untag you. That's all. And I'm holding you again. Okay. Cotton top tamarin. There you go. Nice. Okay. With that sorted, I left El Peñón and headed back for my raft that afternoon. The cotton-top tamarin is one of the smallest primates out there, and they're instantly recognizable thanks to their fluffy white hair. These guys are also incredibly smart, as they can communicate with each other through calls that sometimes have a grammatical structure. But unfortunately, these primates are critically endangered, and this is because their habitat is being destroyed. The cotton-top tamarin is found only in the forests of northwestern Colombia, but many of these forests have been completely cleared, and now only 5% of their original habitat remains. Thankfully, just like with the Magdalena river turtle, there are efforts to protect these tamarins, most notably through Proyecto Titi, also known as Project Tamarin, which was founded in 1985. They work to educate people on these fascinating animals while stressing the importance of protecting the remaining 6,000 cotton-top tamarins. I'll be linking Proyecto Titi in the description. Before heading down to Los Nevados to untag the next animal, I wanted to add to my base. The first thing I wanted to do was craft an engine, just so my raft could move a little faster. I started smelting a ton of stone, and after crafting a few things, I was finally able to make the engine. Then, I finished out the day by taking down the original house. Because on day 32, I expanded the raft and then rebuilt it. From here, I started on the second floor, which I continued working on the next day. See, I want the houses to be terraced, and eventually I'll add a third to the top. Anyways, I also built this lounge area before focusing on the details the next morning. Around midday, I was happy with my progress. So with that, I chopped some wood for fuel and then set off south for Los Nevados. I sailed my way out of the lakes and into a more mountainous area on day 35. This is because I was heading further into Colombia's interior, meaning that I was starting to enter the Andes Mountains, a mountain range that I haven't seen on this channel in over a year. For the next 2 days, I simply kept sailing, with the terrain rising all around me. Now, Colombia actually has 3 different stretches of the Andes Mountains, broken up across the country, meaning that this country houses a good portion of the world's longest mountain range. As I sailed further into the Andes on day 38, I ended up spotting a pathway, so I disembarked and began to head up it. The winding path took me further up into the mountains, and soon enough, I saw a small bridge. Oh, what is that? Something just growled. That wasn't a growl, to be honest with you. That was definitely a roar. Okay. Shortly after that jump scare, I found myself at a point of interest. The Hacienda Venezia coffee farm. Okay. Oh wait, this is Daniel's place. This is Daniel's coffee farm. Oh, okay. This coffee farm outside of Manizales has been in the same family for over a century. Sitting in the heart of Colombia's famous coffee triangle, it grows Arabica beans across multiple altitudes to take advantage of the region's varied microclimates. And this is just gorgeous. Okay, so we'll come back here once we untag the animal in Los Nevados. Look at that. I love that. Alright. Now, he did say that his coffee farm was right across from Los Nevados. Oh, you scared me so bad. I thought I just... After that roar, I'm so jumpy. Anyways, he did say that the coffee farm is right across from Los Nevados. So we'll just cross the river there and head up into those mountains. Because that must be the national park. That evening, I saw the distant outline of Los Nevados. The next morning, I pulled up to this nearby river. Alright, Chomp, I want you to sit here and stay with the boat. Looks like you're sleeping anyways. So yeah, just make sure no one does anything to it. Yeah, getting lots of sleep there with your eyes wide open. That is quite a unique talent. I set off up the river, following it as it twisted higher and higher into the rising mountains of central Colombia. And by the afternoon, I was seeing some incredible views of the mountains behind me that I had just climbed up. Sure enough, I soon saw some snow. No! What is that? What did that to me? What did that to me? You did that to me. Yeah, we'll watch this. Okay, you blend in. As I approached this sign, my entry to the park was confirmed. This is Colombia's Los Nevados National Park, home to the country's highest volcanoes, and some of its most stunning views. Here above the clouds, you can find an otherworldly rocky landscape that stretches between the ice-capped volcanoes. As these glaciers melt, they form rivers and streams, many of which feed into the nearby Magdalena River that we've been following. Over 2 million residents rely on the water from this national park, and that includes any coffee farms in the area. The park itself is also home to some special wildlife, like the Andean condor and the buffy helmet crest hummingbird, which is only found here. Regardless, if you want to see one of Colombia's most unique environments, then get yourself a guide and hike up to the country's central Andes here in Los Nevados. That same evening, as I watched the sunset, I realized something. I remembered my wool clothes, but not my bed. So that means that we're going to be exploring tonight, I guess. And it's going to be so dark. I don't have a torch either. I need to prep better. Also, it's tricky because I still don't know what animal is tagged that I'm looking for. So I'm going to have to check every animal that I come across until I find the tagged one. I headed out to find the mystery animal. But eventually, I knew that I wouldn't have any luck without a light source. So I dug down and started mining for coal. Of course, it wasn't until the sun was up the next morning that I would find coal. Either way, as I resurfaced, the hunt began. I searched across the vast, dry landscape for this tagged animal, but for most of the day, I didn't really see any wildlife at all. Oh, there's a little pond here. Looks like there's a hummingbird over here. Hello, sir. Do you have a tag? No, I don't think so. Yeah. Oh well. What you doing? Yeah, you like this bush? Okay. That evening, as I continued my search, I found a large sleeping animal near this pond. There are 2 animals sleeping over here. And they are large. I think that means one of them has to be the animal that was tagged. That's a bear. That's a spectacled bear. That is, we covered those in Bolivia. I don't see a tag. Yeah, we covered these guys in Bolivia, and they're really cool. I love them. Neither bear was tagged, so I continued my search into the night. You know, I've had many quiet nights like this. Quiet searching nights. Oh, hello. I remember in Sweden, I was visiting my friend who lives in a very rural part of the country. And he wanted to show me this abandoned church that was out in the middle of a field. It had been burned down by one of the former kings, I believe. But regardless, we get there, and the sun is already set, and I don't really think that we were supposed to be there, especially at night. Oh. Little bird. Anyways, we ducked under some fencing, and we went out to try and find this church, and it was just pitch black. Absolutely so dark. You couldn't see like 5 feet in front of you. And then it started snowing. And, of course, like in a horror movie, we split up. Eventually, we did find it. It took a very long time. And it is just the creepiest looking church. It's so cool. It is so cool. But there's just a cross standing. But yeah, it's very quiet. And that just kind of, this reminds me of that. Except in Sweden, you don't really have to worry. I mean, at least in southern Sweden, you don't have to worry about anything coming out and attacking you. Here, there are many things that could come out and attack me. Oh, just like that. What is that? Oh, that... it's a tapir. It's a tapir. Yeah, that's funny. That's good. Good one. Oh, I didn't check if it was tagged. Let me go back and do that. Hello, sir. Are you tagged? You are not. I see something sleeping. Oh! 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 He came at me. He came at me. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I've intruded. Yep, go back to being sleepy. Okay! You can't be doing that! After being jump scared by multiple animals, I continued my nighttime search above the clouds and below the starry night sky. After appreciating the Andean sunrise, I came across an animal that was still sleeping. Do you have a tag? Oh, I guess I can't see from this angle. You do have a tag. Oh, and it had to be a difficult one. Okay. I carefully approached the sleeping cat, and as I tagged it again, I saw that it was an Andean puma. Anyways, I made sure to remove the tag before heading back down towards my raft. So, while I make my way down the mountains, let's discuss this shy cat. The Andean puma is the second largest feline in both of the Americas, right behind the jaguar. However, it can do something that jaguars can't: survive at extreme elevations. Yeah, in fact, a puma was once seen at an elevation of just over 19,000 feet, or about 5,800 meters in the Andes, making it the highest elevation that a cat has ever been recorded at. These guys are also excellent jumpers, making them an intimidating force to encounter in the wild. Thankfully, this is one of the least endangered animals that we're covering in this video, as pumas in general have a status of least concern, and the Andean puma has a specific status of near threatened, which is just one tier lower, meaning that South America's feline climber is still standing strong. Now it was time to visit Daniel at his coffee farm, so Chomp and I headed up the path towards the house, before arriving that afternoon. Alright. Daniel, I'm here.
Hola! Welcome to my family's coffee farm. Colombia has the best coffee in the world. I'm telling you, we have the perfect climate here to grow rich coffee. And in fact, we are the third largest coffee producers in the world. Anyways, I hope your work over in Los Nevados went well. Oh, by the way, I have something important to tell you about regarding those brothers you were doing business with. Yeah, it turns out that they aren't in the conservation business at all. They're complete frauds.
Yep.
The one guy, Andres, has written lots of papers on El Dorado. But everyone here knows that's just a myth based on an old Muisca tradition. Oh, wait a minute. The map that you have, it looks like there's a new dot on the map, no?
No, you're joking.
Yeah, that's down near the Tatacoa Desert. I wonder what they could have tagged there. Okay, I know you need to get down there, but take a break here for the night. Trust me, you'll need it. That desert is extremely hot. All you need to do to reach it is to follow the river southeast. Good luck, my friend. Please come back here if you need any more help.
So, a new one has popped up. At the don't push the map into the pool. At the Tatacoa Desert. I have to head southeast to get there. Alright. And he said it's very hot. That's okay. We're going to like the most extreme climates. As it began to storm, I headed to the guest room. The next morning, I took a look around and realized that this house had some blocks that I really wanted for my base. So yeah, I may or may not have torn apart the guest room. Look, do I feel bad about doing that? Maybe. But Daniel clearly understands that it's for the greater good. Anyways, I headed back to my raft and started replacing the roof on my second floor that evening, before finishing it the next morning. Now I want to work on the interior some. So I made this spiral staircase out of shelves. And then I put this balcony here on the second floor. And yeah, it was actually looking really good. Finally, on day 45, I set off for the Tatacoa Desert. Now this desert is more or less southeast of where I am now. So for the next few days, I followed the Magdalena River in that direction. As I do, I wanted to give a quick thanks to my friend Daniel. Both the Daniel in the video and my former next door neighbor, who is from Colombia. They're the same person. Yeah, he helped me a ton with the video, and I wanted to give him a voice acting role for the episode. So send him some love in the comments, especially because this is his first time voice acting. And he was really excited to see that I was covering his country. Anyways, by day 49, I had mostly left the mountains behind me. And soon after, I had left the forests as well. Because, on my left, there was a huge flat expanse. And in the distance, I could just barely spot sand. So I pulled over. Alright, bud. Yep, just stay here. This time I've prepared. I brought my bed. And I will make some leaf armor. Yeah, okay. I'll be back shortly. Okay? Just, watch the boat again. You do great at that. I went and collected leaves, which I used to craft some leaf armor. From here, I headed out into the dry plains. As I continued across them, I noticed that I was walking across more and more sand, until eventually, I was in a proper desert. By the evening, I could no longer see the mountains in the distance. However, there were some new formations on the horizon. So of course, I headed towards them, and that night, I arrived at the Tatacoa Desert. In 1536, a Spanish explorer named Gonzalo Jimenez de Quesada set off on a journey among 800 men. Their goal was to find the legendary city of El Dorado. As they traveled up the Magdalena River, they were forced to eat snakes, frogs, and even some of their own leather armor in order to survive. Of these 800 men, only 179 were able to make it out of the jungles. These survivors soon met up with the Muisca natives, who had originated the story of the Golden City. Later on in the journey, Quesada and the others started a new settlement up in the mountains. And on behalf of Spain, they named this settlement Santa Fe de Bogota, or what is now simply known as Bogota, the capital city of Colombia. However, during this same journey, Quesada traveled south to this vast arid land that housed these incredible mountainous formations. Quesada named this location the Valley of Sorrows, which was later changed to Tatacoa, named after the rattlesnakes that reside in the area. Now, despite being called the Tatacoa Desert, this is actually a tropical dry forest, famous for its fossils. Many people visit Tatacoa today for its history and its incredible night sky viewing, as there is very little light pollution in the area. All of this just solidifies the Tatacoa Desert as yet another one of Colombia's otherworldly, unique landscapes. Alright, good morning, desert. So there's a scorpion there, a rattlesnake there. I don't know what even that is, but we're not going to go near it. Alright, so it could be any of you all, which I'm not... I really have to check every single... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the spiders are going to get me. No, no. Hey, I am so nice. Don't do anything. No, you're fine. Okay. Guess I have to check the snakes too. No, you're fine. Okay. So many insects. Oh my gosh, look at that. What am I supposed to do? Okay, we're gonna do something a little bit bold. We're just going to run out in the middle here and look at everybody. Okay, well, there's a battle going on over there. That's kind of entertaining to watch, to be honest with you. Alright, you all look fine. No tags. Now I have to get down and just run. Yeah, okay. I headed further into the colorful mountains, knowing that I would once again have to check every animal that I see. I continued this tedious process throughout the rest of the day. And that afternoon, I decided to collect some cactus for my raft. Anyways, after seeing a nice sunset that evening, I awoke the next morning and noticed a strange box in the distance. So I headed towards it. Okay, what is this about? Is that a tag? Yeah, that is. But why? This isn't really an animal anymore. Okay. I mean, I'll take this. Oh, this is like a dig site, isn't it? There's a brush. Okay. I'm slightly confused. What is this? Terror Bird dig site. It is a dig site, okay. For the Terror Bird. So let me get this right. There's a tag placed here to mark the fossils in the dig site. That makes me a bit suspicious as to who the buyer is. Actually, that makes me very suspicious. Okay. I'm starting to understand it now, I think. As I went to leave, I got a bit of a surprise.
Psst, psst. Over here.
Oh?
I trust you now. You've been doing as I asked.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank you for that.
You look different.
But there's something you should know. This lost city that the brothers are after. It's real. Well, it's not quite a city in the way that you think. It's a sanctuary. A sanctuary for all of my animals that have been displaced from their habitats. I don't know what this buyer knows about El Dorado, but you cannot let them find it. Please. My animals, they need a home. I'll help you where I can.
Okay, let's check the map. Wait a minute. I know that that one is from the Starry Night Toad. That is not where we are. Ours was right, and I took that one off the map. Ours was right there. I just took it off. That one is further down. So there's a new tag on the map. Okay. I guess I have two choices. I could see if I can like present this to Daniel and if he has more dialogue telling me, you know, what it is, where to go to, or I could just try to go there myself. I'm not exactly sure where I am though. I think I'm like somewhere around here. I don't know, maybe I feel like it's safer to check and see if Daniel can tell me where that is first. Because it could just be in the middle of like a rainforest or something. After all, he did also leave that kind of open-ended. He's like, definitely come back if you need my help. I feel like he would not have said that unless that was like an option for me. I headed back to my raft, which I reached the next morning. And from here, I set off back to the coffee farm. So while I make the journey back to Daniel's place, let's discuss the prehistoric birds that used to terrorize the Tatacoa Desert. Millions of years ago, the Tatacoa Desert wasn't very desert-like. Remember how I said it's actually a tropical dry forest? Well, that stems from prehistoric times, when the landscape was much greener and much wetter. But that wasn't the only difference, as something rather intimidating used to live here. The terror bird, one of the largest apex predators of South America's Cenozoic era. These carnivorous birds, on average, stood up to 6 feet or almost 2 meters tall, and they lived up to 62 million years ago, hunting their smaller prey with skillful precision. This was thanks to their neck, which allowed them to stretch out and attack easily. It's also believed that they were rather speedy, running up to roughly 30 miles an hour or 48 kilometers per hour. The Tatacoa Desert is home to what could be the largest terror bird fossil ever found, coming in at 3 meters or 10 feet tall, showing the modern world a chilling prehistoric force of nature. I reached Daniel's coffee farm again this afternoon, so I headed up the path and went to see if he could tell me where this next tag was.
Your friend is gone.
Huh?
They took him.
Oh,
They're heading to Caño Cristales to tag one of my birds. It's just further east along the river.
okay.
It's a muy colorido waterfall. I help raise them all, you know. The people here of this land. Not just the animals and the trees. Everyone. Since they were small babies splashing in the stream, I was the stream. Each time the wind blew through the chimes on their front porch, I was that wind. It breaks my heart to see them become this. And that is why I have my wrath. Because they were once my babies too. And now, I do not recognize them.
With La Madre Monte's words in mind, Chomp and I left, entering the appropriately gloomy environment outside. After sailing through a tropical storm for the next few days, we found ourselves on a river high up in the mountains on day 61. That evening, it filtered into a lake. But the next morning, I had to pull over because I saw a point of interest in the distance. Alright, Cañón del Simio. Let's have a look. Carved out over thousands of years by water erosion along ancient tectonic fault lines, this narrow canyon outside Tesalia in the Ulia department is named after a rock face that looks like a primate. The Pihal people, who once inhabited this region, considered it sacred ground. Today you can wade through it on foot. I made my way into the canyon, and spotted some wildlife as I did. Anyways, I saw even more wildlife as I went to appreciate this view. That is a... Oh, there's another snake right there. Okay. That is a huge snake over there. Huge snake. That evening, I headed back to my raft. Okay. Alright, what is that? What is that? It's a scorpion. Okay, at least it's not a spider. Alright, no, we're just gonna run for it. The next morning, before continuing to Caño Cristales, I wanted to add some base improvements. Mostly just detailing, like with these signs and buttons. Oh, I also decided that this pink house is Chomp's house. So I added some furniture and some rugs inside. I then finished the day by adding weight to the front of the raft, just so it wasn't falling backwards. Anyways, the next morning, I set off for Caño Cristales, hoping that I could get to Daniel in time. Now, Caño Cristales is over here, just east of where I am. And so, it only took me 2 more days of tedious river travel to reach it. Sure enough, on day 68, I saw this path that led deeper into the jungle. As I headed along it, I saw a lot of wildlife. No. 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 I swear you have been following me. Okay, yes, stay over there. No, no, I said stay over there. That's not what you're doing. Alright, it's gonna be boat time now. Get boated on. Wait, now I can't get my boat back. That was a stupid choice. Okay. Alright. Have fun in your boat. Uh-huh. Now you can't follow me. Weird snake. Okay. Got so many animals out here today. Hello. Hello, iguana. Hello, capuchin monkey. I know you from Panama. It has been a hot minute, hasn't it? Hello. Yeah? Are we friends? Yeah? Can I pick you up or something? Please let me pick you up. You're like the cutest thing ever. Please. Okay. Alright, yeah, you lay. You have a nice time, okay? Man, Panama was forever ago. That's wild. That's a jaguar. It probably wants nothing to do with me. No, 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 it's totally hunting me. It is totally hunting me. It got down low to the ground. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. You're joking. Is that like your friend over there or something? We're going. We're going. We are going. We're going so fast. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I soon reached the colorful river. Alright, Caño Cristales. Here we go. For most of the year, Caño Cristales looks like any other river, but between June and November, a rare aquatic plant called Macarenia clavigata turns the riverbed a vivid red, mixing with yellow sand, blue water, and green algae to earn it the nickname, the liquid rainbow. That is actually really cool. That is really cool. I swam along it as the sun sets. Only, as I reached the other side, I saw some abandoned boats. That's interesting. 2 abandoned canoes. That tells me that they're probably in this direction from here, yeah. So we are looking for 2 things. We're looking for Daniel and whatever animal they have tagged here, which was a bird, according to La Madre Monte. Oh, these leaves are my enemy. So if we can find both tonight, then that is huge. Oh. That's not so good. As I cautiously made my way deeper into the stormy forest, I saw a strange new bird. I approached it, and then noticed that its friend had a tag. That is a tag! That's huge! Okay, wait. A Watson. Okay. Very interesting. Alright, well, we've gotten that taken care of. That's huge. Anyways, from here, I continued towards a distant campfire. And sure enough, it turned out to be Andres and Tito's camp.
Vamos, Tito. Debemos prepararnos para nuestro viaje. El profesor está esperando.
Wait a minute. That's Daniel. He's in a cage. That's crazy.
Hey, over here. Those idiotas have no idea what they're doing. But I do know this. They're meeting with some buyer that they call El Profesor up in Villa de Leyva. I'll show you the way. I overheard them talk about the street they were meeting him on. For now, we need to head north.
Okay, Daniel. El Profesor? I think I know who this is. I suspected it when the fossil stuff came up with the terror bird. I think I know who this is. Just stay with me, man. As Daniel and I head north for Villa de Leyva, let's discuss the bird that we just untagged. This is the Watson, a very strange looking bird that lives within South America's interior swamps and rainforests. The strangeness doesn't stop with their appearance, because these are the only birds in the world that can fully digest leaves, which is their main source of food. Due to their unique digestive system, these guys often smell like cow dung, earning them the nickname skunk bird. Of course, this also acts as a solid defense mechanism against predators. On another note, Watson chicks are known for having claws on their wings, which is another entirely unique trait from this bird. Scientists are still fairly puzzled about the Watson, and how exactly they relate to other birds. After all, they are the last surviving member of its bird family. But luckily, these birds are classified as least concern, meaning that scientists will have plenty of time to study the incredibly strange nature of the Watson. As I sailed further north on day 70, I realized that it was definitely strange having a guest aboard. It's a very nice morning, isn't it, Daniel? Very nice. How are you doing, Chomp? Yeah? Always the same expression. Can't really ever tell how you're doing. Oh well. Do you like it here on the raft, Daniel? I'm not sure if that's a good response or not. Just walked right off the raft. Don't know about that. Yep, there goes Daniel, just swimming with the fish. Look at him go. We're gonna run him over. Let's aim for him. Nice, alright. I went to get some wood for fuel. But of course, that meant leaving the raft unattended. Hey! Wait a minute! Why is my boat going? Okay. That's not okay. That is not okay. No. We can't have that. Using my precious wood. This is so dumb. Where is it going? It can't possibly be going anywhere. Alright. Oh no. Alright, we're just gonna hop up. Uh-huh. Okay. Can't be acting like you didn't do anything. I saw that. I continued north with my strange friend over the next few days, slowly making our way up past Bogota and towards Villa de Leyva. Finally, on day 74, as we sailed through this new dry environment, I spotted a dock ahead. Looks like we have a dock here. Okay. Well, then we will dock the ship. Yep. Okay. Parallel parking. Parallel parking. Perfect. It's the only point that I got off on my driving test. Still very mad about it to this day. Had an almost perfect score. Alright, get the bed. Get a torch because it's dark. Is there anything else? No, I don't think so. Okay. Come along now, Daniel. Chomp, you stay and watch the boat, okay? Where are you? There you are. Alright, oh, there's a plane over there. Interesting. Okay. Is there anything... What's that about? Oh. Okay. Nothing in the barrels. You know what? I'm actually just going to put my trash in here. I don't want that. Okay. Ooh. Bikes. I remember this from the Marion Trench video. I love the bikes. Okay. Very nice. Oh. Villa de Leyva is up that way. Alright. So I guess this is only right that we take a bike. This one looks pretty cool, to be honest with you. Kind of like the... that one looks dumb. I think that one looks really, really dumb. Oh, wait, how do I... That was J. That's right. Yeah, you don't look very good on that bike. My bike looks better. It is better. So... That's right. No, you can't beat me. Alright, that's it. That's it. That's it. Don't give me that snarky face. I'm gonna reach Villa de Leyva's first. Okay, that's... I don't even know how you're going that fast. You know, your motorcycle looks dumb, okay? You're staying on the road. I really hope that he just, like, falls off the cliff or something. Did he actually? He did! Okay. Oh, wait, I see it in the distance. Okay. It can't be that far. As we entered Villa de Leyva, I knew that we would soon have to focus on finding the meeting point. But for now, we could appreciate the scenery of this town. This is really nice, actually. Oh, there's our point of interest. Okay. Villa de Leyva. Founded in 1572 and declared a national monument in 1954, Villa de Leyva is one of Colombia's best preserved colonial towns. Its centerpiece is a massive cobblestone plaza that is one of the largest in South America. The surrounding hills are rich in dinosaur fossils. We stayed the night here in the plaza. The next morning, it was time. Daniel and I decided to split up and look through each alleyway, hoping to find where Andres and Tito would be meeting the not-so-mysterious buyer. Only that afternoon, I suddenly heard a familiar voice.
We had a deal. You broke your end of it. Therefore, you will not get to know anything about the location of the lost city.
How do I even know you were telling the truth?
It doesn't matter anymore, does it? I'll tell you this. Oh, wait a moment. We have listeners.
You take up, Professor. I'll handle the brothers.
Oh, you're ready, dude. Okay, alright, you're ready, man. I knew it was you. I knew it was you. You are not getting away this time.
Try as you might, Smitty, but you'll never catch me.
I ran after the professor, knowing that I could not let him get away this time. You are not getting away this time, dude. Not after Mongolia, not after this. I thought that the almost took care of you.
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again.
Of course, he went right for my motorcycle, so I knew that I had to follow. Ooh, I almost got off that cliff there. Okay. Come here. Hey, like, I just knocked you off. Oh no. After losing him for a bit, I realized that he was heading for the plane that I had spotted earlier. So I quickly rushed to the dock. Only as I approached the plane, I ended up being very wrong.
Come, Tito. We lost him. Just hide over here for now.
Well, well. Isn't this interesting? The two brothers searching for the lost city. And now, you shall share the fate of that city. Lost. Unable to find your way out of my forests.
Madre Monte, por favor.
Worry not, Andres. I'll watch after your family for you. I hear your son has become a teacher. The job he's always wanted.
Madre Monte.
I'll be proud of him for you.
Oh well. There's really nothing I could do there.
Well, I lost them, but I don't think we'll be seeing them again. Anyways, I'd love to take over the Kogi Center back in Minca. I think I could actually do some real good up in the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Oh, I love that idea, man.
Oh, and I saw one of the brothers take this from the professor's bag. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks like it's referencing Laguna Guatavita. That's really not far from here. In fact, it's almost directly south. So if that's where you need to go, then here, take this.
Okay. Huh.
Anyways, I guess this is farewell for now. But it's been fun, my friend. I'll see you around.
Alright, I'll see you around, Daniel. With that, I began my journey south for one last stop in this story. Okay, so I did just look on Google Earth. Lake Guatavita really is just south of Villa de Leyva. So I'll probably park the raft right here-ish and just head for the mountains. I docked my raft and headed into the trees. You know, we do have a lot to unpack there. First off, I don't really know what happened to the brothers. They got away from Daniel. We kind of failed there. We kind of failed. I definitely did. At the same time, I overheard their conversation, and obviously the brothers failed to deliver their end, so those animals are okay. Except for the Starry Night Toad, which I still have to go and untag, so I'll do that after this. Of course, if I get a chance to see El Dorado, I have to see El Dorado. Maybe that's selfish. I mean, I guess that is inherently selfish, but still. We have time. We have time. I also knew it had to be Connor. It always had to be Connor. Of course it did. Gotta love a good recurring villain. This time he got away from me. I reached this large grassy plain that evening. And the next morning, I spotted this path running along the fields. Sure enough, I soon came to my final point of interest. This is the lake that started one of history's greatest treasure hunts. The Muisca people performed ceremonies here, in which their chief, covered in gold dust, rode to the center and dove in, tossing golden offerings into the water as he went. Spanish conquistadors heard about it, and the legend of El Dorado was born. The lake was drained 3 times between 1545 and 1898 in search of gold. They found some, but never enough. That seems to be the overarching theme here, isn't it? Never enough. Manuel Andres and Professor Connor both have that same trait. And it's the truth. Obsession can ruin you. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good movie, but... I've got so many jokes. Oh, there's a boat.
I was never worried about any of them discovering this place.
Oh.
Even the professor. That's because, in order to enter it, you must give up a treasure. That's something none of them would be willing to do. So please, go on. Throw the gold into the lake, and then dive down to the bottom. I'll see you soon.
I rode out into the center of the lake, and then I threw my gold in and dived down. Spanish explorers wrote of a city with a king so rich that he would cover himself in gold. He was given the name El Dorado, which means the Golden One. This name was later applied to the mythical city itself. The legend started with the Muisca people who, as I mentioned earlier, were skilled at crafting items with gold. They lived here in central Colombia, and they would perform a ceremony at Lake Guaravita involving a chief covered in gold dust, giving golden offerings to the lake. This is likely the simple truth behind the legend, a quiet ceremony with grand offerings. But the legend of El Dorado spawned one of history's greatest treasure hunts, with Europeans searching all across South America, unfortunately leading to an incredible amount of casualties and indigenous deaths. However, if there really is a city of gold out there, then it has likely been untouched for centuries, reclaimed by the earth, and full of life. And perhaps that's how it should be left. Oh. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. There's like a little light up there. We'll go up to that. What is this about? Huh?
Isn't it wonderful? It's refreshing being able to bring someone here.
Oh.
Someone who can truly appreciate this place for what it is. You will always have my protection. Farewell, my new friend.
Goodbye, La Madre Monte. And thank you for trusting me with this. Oh, that's a jaguar. I mean, this is a sanctuary for animals, so I shouldn't be too surprised. I rode my way through the Golden Sanctuary and stayed the night here. I woke the next morning to a rather important question. How do I leave? Yeah, I did the only thing I could think of. I just headed for the nearby mountains. So with that, I began my journey up and across this mysterious mountain range. By the next day, I was fully starving. However, I had come to an overlook that allowed me to see Via de Leyva in the distance. I reached the town's quiet streets that night. The next day, I headed for my raft, meaning that I reached the river that afternoon. First, I needed to eat, so I did some fishing, and finally filled up. I then reached my raft that evening. The next morning, Chomp and I set off back to the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta mountain range, where it all began. That's because I still have to untag the Starry Night Toad. With that being said, while I take my long journey back, let me rate the difficulty of Colombia. This country gave me some rather annoying creatures to deal with, like the spiders and the scorpions. And while I did encounter jaguars and anacondas, it was El Hombre Cayman that gave me the biggest scares. So with that in mind, as well as the extreme hot and cold climates I had to adjust to, I give Colombia a solid 7 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. As I sailed my way back into the Sierra Nevada mountains, my raft ended up getting caught on the shallow banks of the Ciénaga Grande. So I left it behind for now, and just continued up with my canoe. I knew I'd have to fully retrace my steps in order to find that toad again. So, after reaching Ciudad Perdida that evening, I headed back along this mountain path to Minca the next day. Sure enough, I arrived that afternoon, and was able to see Daniel starting his renovations. The next day, I reached the Jaguar Lookout again, and from here, I headed back into the wilderness. Finally, that afternoon, I reached the pond where I had first met La Madre Monte. Only this time, I accidentally touched one of the toads. Yeah, I cannot die this late into the video. Sure enough, this toad was actually the tagged one. So I carefully approached it, and snipped the tag right off. From here, I started my trip back to the raft. And after another day of tedious hiking, I was able to reach it on the afternoon of day 94, meaning that I have limited time to finalize my base for base review. But yeah, it was looking like I wasn't going to be able to add that third floor. Or so I thought. Because the next morning, I remembered that Nueva Venecia was right across the bay. So I sailed over there and got to work on chopping some more planks. I collected as many as I could before starting on the 3rd floor. Then the next day, I continued this work. Only when I headed down to the bottom, I saw that my raft was sinking due to the weight. So I crafted some more floaters and added them along the bottom. Then this evening, I added the roof. The next day, I focused on the details, as well as the interior, before then decorating the outside on day 98. And after finishing the balcony, it was ready. I woke up on day 99 and took one final look around my base before coming up with the verdict. I'm gonna be honest right from the start. I love this base. The exterior is just about perfect. It has that solid raft base with colored houses that work pretty well together. And the detailing is really nice. The only bit I could have improved on is the interior. There are 3 different floors here, and I really only like the first one. Then again, there wasn't a ton of room to work with. Now for the efficiency. Honestly, this base was pretty solid speed-wise. I don't think I would have wanted it to go much faster, because at the end of the day, cruising up the Magdalena River in this base was pretty great. So with all things considered, I give this base a 9 out of 10. Easily one of my favorites. But with that being said, there is still one more day. I woke up on day 100 and sailed further up the Magdalena River, retracing the steps of the last 100 days here in Colombia. When Daniel asked me to cover Colombia, I was a bit hesitant at first. After all, I've yet to cover any of South America's west coast, or the southern tip of Patagonia. But after hearing how passionate he was about his country, I agreed, and I could not be happier that I did. Colombia often gets overlooked within the broader Latin America, or it just gets boiled down to Pablo Escobar and coffee. But the hidden truth of this country is that it contains some of the world's most beautiful landscapes. Landscapes that can go from a tropical mountainous paradise to a dry, colorful desert, and then to a volcanic snow-capped expanse. And that's not to mention the wildlife, because this country is home to more endemic species than any other country in the world. Meaning that there is no other place that more animals get to call their true home. A home that is also shared by over 50 million humans. A home that has vastly rich cultures and histories sewn into the landscapes that made them. A home that could only be Colombia. Alright. Yeah, we better get to sleep before El Hombre shows up. Okay, Chomp. You've been so very cool. I hope you have a very good sleep. Alright, with all of that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.